Hello from yesterday's stash. My name's Emily, and if you've been watching my videos, you know that I have a tremendous stash of items that came from the old home place, and also items that I am very fortunate to have is a thrift store close by that really has all the perfect stuff. And so over the years, I've been going to that store to supplement what I've already purchased, or what I've already had from the old home place. And I have drawers and boxes and folders and all sorts of collections. And so every time I go to the thrift store, I come back and I try to put the things in with their collections. And so I have realized this summer in doing more inventory that I just have entirely too much merchandise, and I need to get rid of it. And so many of this stuff is purchased for next to nothing, that and it's just a hit and miss situation. So here I am with buttons and charms and flatback pearls, and I have 40 of these. So what I have here is a packet, an envelope this size, that I came across several of these, and so I have been kind of stacking up what I would be able to fit into this, so that it could be something that you can use in your own junk journal making. So yes, this is a not exactly mystery box, but as you might want to call it. I'm just showing you everything that fit into this envelope, and these three envelopes that I've put together, you can purchase in my Etsy store. There are 166 items in here. So interesting that it has reminded me of Route 66, the road that goes across the country. We've been traveling out west and this summer, and it's just reminded me of that. And so whenever I see the number 66, it reminds me of summer travel. So this is charms that came in little bags, little plastic bags that look something like this, that's hung, and it has a price on it of $2 to $3, never very much. So these are some of the things. You can get buttons, you can get regular plastic buttons, you can get older buttons, and then you can get like novelty buttons, and then you can get wooden buttons. And so I have put together a group in a little bag like this of 40 of these types of items. And so of the 166, here are 40 of them. So the other things that I have an abundance of that I would like to share is these little envelopes. And here are another set of envelopes that have a window in them. And this came probably in a stack of 60. And I have several of those in there. I believe that's all of my envelopes. So I've got a number of envelopes in here, somewhere in the name, in the probably, let's see, I'm not quite sure how many envelopes I have measured out, but it's all going to end up to be 166. I think total these are 10 small envelopes. So that's that. I have a big round of tickets that, you know, were 50 cents or $1, so I have included those in there. And then things that I have purchased. My niece, or my husband's niece, had a baby, and I made her a book. And this I purchased new, but it's these little tags. So you have let's see, 20 little tags that are sticky backs that you can put in your book. I have a bunch of library envelopes. These are, I'm not quite sure how many I have here. I have 3 of those that you can actually, what I have done, because the color isn't, you know, it's got the sticky on the back, and I have painted over it, and then, you know, given it a better look for what the theme of my books are. And then lots of greeting cards, everything from Christmas cards, which, you know, we don't really send Christmas cards that often, but this was a cute Christmas card. This is an artist rendering of it's called Lanier Lily. And then I have here another like note card that has a sort of a Christmas theme or even a winter theme. And then this one is more of an Italian theme. So I've got those envelopes in here. And then what I have found is if you can find these little containers, like this is smoothies, this is wines. These are those cards that you, and this was $1, and it has all of these different cards in them that are great tags. And then there's GRE cards. Those are cards that people use to for definition of words when studying for the GRE. Authors, playing cards, Trivial Pursuit cards. So, and then here's an interesting one, 52 Adventures in New York City, and that was 50 cents. So I have included several of these types of cards, maybe anywhere from maybe 20, 25 of these kinds of cards. It's all what can fit into the envelopes. And of course, I've got tons of library cards because I have major university libraries that donate to the thrift store. So I've got those. And then I've got some of the smoothies and some of the wine, how to wine facts, and how to make different smoothies are in here. This one's called Sassafras. So I've got a bunch of those. These are those cards to tags. This is the New York. This is the GRE. And then lastly is your Trivial Pursuit cards. So all of that is in there. And there's probably lots of these. And then I have found that when I go to the store, they will have these really interesting little kits that people bought, and either it's partially filled or it's a complete set. Like they must have had 100 of these for 50 cents in all different colors. So I picked up a handful of them, and because they're flat, and this is a brass embellishment from Anna Griffin. This is Studio G. So these are the kinds of things that just odd types of things that if you can dig deep enough in the bins, you can find those kinds of things. And then I have postcards. And so I have put a handful of postcards, new and older. Some that particular one is written on, and just different paper postcard collections that are sold in sets for $1. So $1 for, you know, like this was a one of those that comes apart, and it's in Italy, and you know, when people go touristing, they pick up the whole packet of maybe 6 or 8 different postcards. And then I have, you can see the perforated edges. The same way for the angels. These are more things that I have bought from Instagram sellers, And then this is a whole set of Asian postcards. And then this one came in a packet. So I have lots of those to select to bring to the box that I hope will be or envelope, I should say. I also have run across, or my dad had some of these. I'm not sure if these are from his collection, but there was like a bunch of these little envelopes that had the country that the stamps were from. They're old. Some of them are stamped and some of them are not. And so these are 3 little stamps from France, or French stamps, for you to use in your books. And then what I have done here, emptied out the box, I've put some cheesecloth, and then I have several different yards of yard size of laces. And I have just an abundance of lace. So I try to, some people like to use lace and others not so much. So I don't want to overdo with the lace. But that is the laces that I have. And I do them in 1 yard bundles because that also, those will fit into the envelope easily. And then lastly is these, there are 10 yards of different fibers in here. And yes, I do have a lot of fibers. I love to use fibers as tag ties. I love to use them as borders on the end of pages. I love to just glue them randomly on a page. You know, just do all sorts of things with them. Crocheting them into flowers. I think there's 2 or 3 different eyelash trims in here. There are some thick, it all is just, and again, they have a whole wall of yarn. And I always look for the unique yarn because I think that would be, you know, fun to add a color or an accent to a page. So that is what I have here. And just a lot of useful things that I think that I hope you will find to be something that you can use in your books. And like I say, there's 166 items here total. And I thank you for watching. This is really good for me to do some destashing and to go through and sort of inventory what all I have. So I appreciate your coming along and I'm just having such a useful summer doing this and putting together these envelope packages. And thanks for watching, and we'll talk again soon.